What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Kinalite Kingdom video, and today we are going to be talking about the devlogs again. And yes, for those of you who don't know about the devlogs, you should probably check out my previous video that I posted on this. And oh, hey, look, there's a Nymon. And basically, it's basically just a channel in the Discord where the devs post like teasers and stuff. I'm not really sure why it's there, considering we have a dedicated teasers channel. But I mean, hey, you know, whatever works. So, here we go. Alright, so, again, for those of you who don't know what the devlogs are, basically, it's just a channel in the Discord. That's what it looks like. That's recap from the last video. And today, they decided to talk about them redoing fishing. So I'm going to go ahead and read this post out for you, just in case you can't read it, and then kind of give my thoughts on it along the way / after. Alright. Ooh, my bad. Log number 2. The fishing system is nearly complete. This devlog will go over the necessary polishes, explain the new features in depth, and show some little fun things we can do with it. The basics, displayed in the video. Once you have the fishing rod item, you will be able to instantly fish up 5 Kinalites max. It will not be added into Affinity Park. After casting your rod, you will wait a small amount of time for bubbles to appear and animate on your screen. Some of those bubbles will have Kinalites and items. Clicking on a bubble without anything will consume 1 bait, but will not count as a miss, and you can continue trying to get items and Kinalites. Clicking an item bubble will give you the item after you pull up the rod and will not consume bait. Clicking a Kinalite will allow you to encounter that Kinalite after pulling up your rod. Clicking anywhere on your screen that does not have a bubble will count as a miss. If you miss, then you will stop fishing. The rest of your bait that you were using will be consumed, and you will get your rewards you have already fished up. If you fish up more than 1 Kinalite, those encounters will then happen right after the first Kinalite you fished up. Lastly, it will work like overworld encounters where you can see skins but not chromas. And you'll also be able to see legendaries. So, and route rares. Just want to go ahead and put that out there. But just, again, not chromas. And then things that need to be polished. Number 1, all the UI will be adjusted and improved. Most of the new GUI is placeholder. Number 2, the timing, bubble movements, and quality of life features will be tested and edited in Kingdom 1 beta testing. Alright, that's a lot to take in, you know, a lot to pack in there. Alright, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and explain all of this into a language that you will actually understand. And it starts with this video. So as you can see, this is the new fishing system in action. You know, I'm going to try and show it again for you guys. But basically, there you go. Hang on, let's see if we can pause this. So, you're going to see there are some bubbles with the little blubbish icon inside them. If you were to click on those, then let's say it registers it as an encounter, but you can keep clicking because until you minus, I believe you can fish up to 5 at once is what they said, right? And to my knowledge, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this is like what they're getting at. Then you see those empty bubbles. If you were to click on those empty bubbles, it'll use up one of your bait, but you won't get anything. And then finally, let's continue playing. You'll see that there is a potion icon. That is an item. If you click on that, then it uses one of your bait and you get the item. And if you were to click anywhere on the screen that's not a bubble, then it just ends the fishing encounter. And then, I believe you'll receive your items. And once you receive your items, it'll initiate the fishing sequence. And you could receive your items after, I'm not really sure. But basically, the gist is, when you're done, like once you've ended either the 5 bait or you've clicked off of a bubble, then it'll immediately bring you into the encounter. And how the encounters are going to work, they're not going to be like kind of like Pokemon Omega Ruby. Like, they're not going to be like hordes where like you see all of them at once. It's going to be like you fish up one and then you run away from it and then you just automatically encounter the next one. Like, just repetitive encounters. Consecutive encounters would be the best word. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. This is kind of a confusing thing. I had to reread it a few times to like actually understand it. And then, like you said, like obviously, I think this is definitely a little fast here. I'll go ahead and whoops. I'll go ahead and play this again. I think this is definitely really fast. Like, you're not going to be able to pick the skin you want, like, easily, you know? And I think that's why they're going to be improving it. So I think, like, this is a really nice thing, just with better GUI and then making it slower. I feel like if they made it slower, then I'd be like, oh, that's cool. Boom, I like that. Boom, I like that. Boom, I like that. You know, like, I can actually take time to register what I want instead of just, like, quickly pressing as many things as I can, and then I missed a skin and I, like, start screaming, like, no, I needed that, you know, or, like, I missed a legendary. Honestly, really hyped about this fishing update, or it'll be coming in Kingdom 1, but still, love the revamp for it. Excited to see how it turns out. Really, really happy about this. Really happy about this. I think there's definitely a ton of stuff that, you know, they could have done, and I think this is probably one of the better things, especially when they promise that we'll be able to fish up multiple things at once. The only thing that I'm kind of disappointed about is that they're not taking after, like, the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire with, like, the Horde encounters. I think the Horde encounters would have been really cool, like, where we could see all the encounters at once, and from the sound of it, it's just going to be consecutive. Now, I also get that Horde encounters would take a lot to code, you know, to do all of those encounters, like, at once, and it probably wouldn't work out because, like, how are you going to catch, like, 2 things at once type deal? So definitely understand why they didn't do that, although I am still a little disappointed. I feel like this is just, I feel like it's hit or miss. It's possible that this minigame will be really fun, and it's also possible that this minigame will just be kind of like Gopipon, where people just get bored of it and they're like, I don't want to do this, you know? Hopefully, it's fun. And as a beta tester, I cannot wait to test it out and play it, you know, especially since this was a recent devlog that they showed off. So I'll be happy to test it out and, you know, see what it's like in beta. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and when they post more devlog information, I will post more videos about it. So see you guys next time.